So, welcome everybody. It's 7 o'clock again, so let's get started on this project again, because we need to. And I hope you're all gonna be enjoying this. So today we're gonna try to get from point A to point B, which is gonna be, point A is gonna be right over there to there. Fix this up, and then finally figure out what we're gonna do with this part of the wing. So that's what we're gonna do. Let's see. I'm looking for something. Hold on. What happens if I wait? I can rotate this like that, and I can reset it. So, oh, that's handy dandy. Hold on. So control, come on, control to the right, to the left. That is, alright, that's that one. Alright. So if I go like, no, it's left control. Oh, that sucks. No, that's not the right control. Come on, show me. Yee. Alright, well, I'm gonna do it the other way around then. Fine. Wait, hold on. Now we're gonna do it. Otherwise it might be. No, the other way around. It's control that one. It's control. Hey Blue. Why is it not working? Because my let me see. Is it on this one? No. Why is it with mine not working? That's the quick question. Like, I'm wondering why this is not working and what I supposed to think how it's gonna be working. So, first things first, I need to rotate this to the left. Rotate this to the left. It's a shame that my key bindings don't work. Otherwise, it would have been way easier. Left. Now I can just draw really easy. Left. Come on. It's annoying that I cannot press this button. There you go. So yeah. Hey Blue. Yeah, that works. Minus 2, 5. There you go. And we can start now. So we're gonna go back on the wing 2. So wing 1 we have already put there a mask on. Now we can go to wing 2. So this is gonna be wing 2 again. So let's start. So open it up and start drawing. Well, this is way easier. Now I don't have to worry about, strange angles which I work on. Which sometimes happens when I try to draw. Because I am unable to get the angle correctly, I have troubles, positioning my arm. Also, it's raining outside, so I'm very happy upon this. Come on. At least tell me that I can do the positioning of the angle better, but hey, I'll never know. So this whole thing, these feathers today are gonna be like, the same thing as I always do, but since I found out that I can do this, I'm very happy upon it. Sadly, I need to make a key binding on it, so I need to set some key bindings correctly, so I can do it again. but then way quicker. Like I can put it on the left one. We were in the middle of a crazy ice storm where I'm at. Oof. It kept loud cracks from the trees outside. Ah, that sucks. You know, when I was a kid, I always loved to go to these car washes and then stay in the car while while the car goes on this automatical ride that cleans up the car from the outside. I think I can imagine the loud noises that came from such ice storm because I think it represents that kind of thing, like these hard cracks that always come. The only downside of my place is like, we have rain, but if my window is open, I always need to close it down because the angle of the window is terrible. So yeah, I have a window that is put on a wrong angle, which causes it to leak water if it is open too high. So I always need to check or close the window if I need to go outside, if I expect rain to happen. So yeah. Also, I have made some dinner today, which I'm happy to share. I made some shawarma, which is quite good. Normally it's made out of sheep, but I use pig instead, and it tastes good. But it fills so much. It fills really quickly. I'm so happy when this whole wing is done. Then I'm very happy because then I actually know that I have made progress again. Now it's just, drawing these feathers and then feeling like, oh well, I'm almost halfway. Instead of knowing that I have the real picture here. I'm glad I'm getting there, but it would be nice if things go a little bit faster than normal. But you're never supposed to rush it. Better just keep it steady and, rushing it down and then realize that you made a mistake big time. Big mistakes are not good. Not good at all. Because then you're actually doing more time on fixing them than actually avoiding them. And better to avoid than fix, I would say. It's funny how these feathers actually are in the right position. But yeah, I can do it with the original way of, drawing, so I don't mind that I need to switch the position, but it helps that I can actually change my canvas on rotation. I think I will also be able to reset it, so allow me to just find that out. I'm already using a mask, so that's good. Well, I created some sort of mask, a mask that actually turns, drawn parts to white. I'm just amazed we still have power. Most of the city I live in doesn't, because trees have been hitting the power lines. Oh, that's sad. We don't have such things because we're living in this peaceful place. It's called, very, very low place where nothing happens actually, most of the times. The only times we have power shortages is if the provider fucks things up, but we don't have such things. I can imagine that it's very annoying if you have no power. Then you need to go put things out of the cold compartments and then put them outside before they start to leak. And before everything just spoils, it's a pain in the ass to do. I had it once with my defect cooling element in the I don't know how you call that one. A fridge. Yeah, there you go. We had it with the fridge, the cold fridge, and you know, it was so moist it created fungus. So yeah, that sucks so much if that gets into your place where you wanted to store your where you want to store your goods or your food or your vegetables anyway. So let's see. Now I want to switch back to normal mode because I'm getting a little bit confused and it's starting to heavy rain. So yes, reset. Haha, it's back to normal. And look at that. I did the same thing, but a little bit easier. So yeah. Should I be worried? Yes, I should be. I need to close my window. Hold on. This is not good. This is heavy rain. Bloody damn fucking rain every single fucking time. And, you know, it's done. It's fixed. No need to worry now. So yeah, that was the rain just coming in to strike me down. So probably we're gonna have a thunderstorm. So that's gonna be fun to play around with. You know, you wanna watch some games, you wanna play some video games, and then, you know, thunderstorms, yay! Because those are actually quite dangerous, especially if they made a witch bolt. Ugh, witch bolts are such a pain in the ass. They are rare conditions of lightning, you know, forming into plasma, which can then, you know, wreck your whole house. It's really dangerous stuff. They normally don't last for like maybe 20 minutes or so. But you know, they are literally just floating lightning, which you cannot touch. Because, you know, otherwise you will take the hit and then you die. So everything it touches, it's a very unstable lightning inside of your house or inside of your building. If you don't close up your places. A friend of mine had that once, a witch bolt in his house. His living room was ruined where he slept. So his room was totally ruined there because of a witch bolt that just came in his house and be like, "Hi, allow me to just set everything, you know, zapped." But yeah, those things can occur in thunderstorms, which I'm quite actually impressed of, you know, these witch bolts, that they actually can exist, but they don't exist for a long time. 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 6 minutes. They don't last that long. They just are very scared to find out because, you know, they're just lightning coming into your house because, you know, you left your door open or something, and then, you know, it can just float through the room, and then, you know, if it touches something, then, you know, it get lightened, and then, you know, it goes away. So you need to be very careful upon those things, but you should not be that worried because, you know, they're rare occasion, but still, it's quite annoying, especially if you did not know that they could exist. But they do. It's one of the phenomena that can happen with lightning storms. But you know, most of the days here is just gonna be wet. It's frog-like wet here. It's cold, ugly, wet. You know, all the stuff. That's my country. It's like, if you ever want to visit my country, don't. If you want to enjoy the weather, you can't. Even in summer times, we have wetness. I once went to a theme park when, you know, there was heavy rain all the day long. So there were no lines, but, you know, it was so wet that most of the attractions that were there, they were closed because of the heavy rain. They don't want to risk it that people go injuring. So yeah, it sucks when you realize that you go to a theme park and then you have heavy weather that just, you know, keeps on going with rain everywhere. But yeah, that happens when you live near the sea, you know. You have these days where only rain is come and go, so But that's the country that I'm living in, you know, sea country, just almost there in the sea. Well, technically I'm not near the sea, but still I'm affected by it because of the climate that we are living in. The funny thing is, my climate is actually almost as close to Germany as possible, but you know, we still have these occasional rainstorms that just, you know, keep on raining because of the high moist in the area, which is a pain in the ass. Yeah, I was also very scared of those things. Like, what really, those things exist? And then, you know, you hear these stories about, you know, somebody's going to sleep and there was a thunderstorm outside where, you know, zappy zoopy and hit a pillow but not a person inside of the sleeping room. So it was close, but these things are scary. But yeah, the rain is about to stop, so I'm very happy upon that because now I can hear myself again saying things, which is also very nice to have. You know, don't want to cause any problems here. Also, as you can see, I'm trying to do my very best upon getting this feta running up. But yeah, the things that can happen are very scary sometimes. Like, what is also a very scary thing to happen? Oh yeah, you are going on your bike, you know, like always. You're going to your grandmother on a bike, so it's like 50 kilometers. Let's say 50 miles. Yeah, let's go for that. 50 miles of biking to go to your grandmother, which, you know, is not a big deal if you always go with the bike, like me. But you want to do that as a family business, and so you're going on a bike, and then, you know, you're on the bike on the road, and normally, you know, we have special designed roads for bikes in our country so that you don't collide with any vehicle whatsoever. But the funny thing was, I saw a deer. How did I saw the deer? Well, it crossed the road right in front of me when I was biking in full speed, and then, you know, that deer just came in my face like, "Hello there." And I'm like, yes, deers. I almost forgot we have them. So yeah, I almost collided with a deer one day when I wanted to visit my granny, which was actually quite informative to know that, like, if the sign says "watch out for deer," trust me, there are gonna be some deer there. It's a rare occasion, but still there are deers gonna across that road. Because you don't see them doesn't mean that they don't exist. So yeah, deers. Those things always come unannounced. But yeah, the let's see. If I'm going if I'm going on a bike, normally I don't go that far. It's like 12 miles? Yeah, probably. I'm gonna be talking like miles today. Well, why not? Why not? Because it's quite understandable for people to know miles. Also, kilometers are easy to understand because it's almost a mile. So, 12. I bike like 12 miles on each time. So, in and out 12 miles. So that's like 24 miles in total. Yeah, probably. So 24 miles in total. I'm normally biking with my bike. That's the normal thing I do. It's not much, but hey, you know, it's something. I normally like to bike because of the because I'm too lazy to buy any cards for going on the bus or going on a train. I don't like that. It sucks so much. It's like I need to sit next to people, and those people might cough, or those people just wanted to say hi or look very creepy, or, you know, all that stuff. I don't want to do that, and also it costs money. So normally when I do stuff, I always go on the bike. It's fun because, you know, I always like to ride on the countryside and then go towards a public place, like, you know, a library, or buy myself some stuff, or I need to go to the market to see if they have something, you know, all that stuff. I can do that on the bike, and that is really helpful. The downside is it's like you need to do a lot of work. So I once went on a bike and I got myself lost. Don't ask me how I got lost. I'm very terrible at traveling most of the times, because that's why I'm using the bike, so that at least I get home. But I once went lost and I was like, I totally did not know that this was not the right way. And eventually I found out where I needed to go, but it took me like maybe half an hour of, you know, backwards traveling. Like, I needed to find a focus point and then, you know, go back there. Sorry. I'm a little bit gassy today. I had a good food, but, you know, it has some knoflook on it. Or garlic. Yeah, garlic. That's the word. So yeah. The funny thing is, like, you know, if I want to go to, if I'm going on a bike, it's always an adventure for me, because, you know, I never know where I'm going. I know always where I need to go, but sometimes I try to be like adventurous and say like, I could actually use this part of the place to go there, and then, you know, I totally went wrong way. So I had that once when I wanted to go to an interview, and I totally misguided myself on a bike, be like, I can do this, and then it went wrong because I couldn't do it. I went the wrong way. So it was a little bit late for my talk to the other for the interview, but, you know, some of my friends already were with the interview, so they did the interview for me. Even though I was half an hour late, I was still there at the end. It happens, you know, it happens. But yeah, that just happens. And now we're gonna continue on this part of the wing. So we're gonna turn it on. My internet keeps cutting out due to storm. If I don't respond, that's why. Well, you know, I have all the time of the world. Well, most likely an hour, but hey, you know, I don't mind if people cut out, you know. It happens. It's life. It happens. It just is very sucky because, you know, straight internet, you can never hope for that. I had it once with a provider, which sucks balls. I had like an internet outage for 2 straight days because of the internet actually cutting off my access towards my PC. The internet was like, you are not registered. And I'm like, yes, I'm registered. No, you're not. And then it's like, it's a hostile device. I will not grant you access. And it's like, no. So sometimes I have to force the router even to just, you know, connect to my PC. So that's why I always carry a long cable, a big giant long cable of 25 meters of, you know, cable with me. Always a LAN cable, just to connect to the router, just to force it to register my PC. Because, you know, that's a really problematic thing I don't like about, you know, sometimes about these routers, that they screw up the registration. And I'm always very nice to them. I'm always giving them, you know, good hopes when I start them up again. I always wish them the best of lucks to start up, and then, you know, they totally backstab you in the face like, ha! You still have no access. Good day, sir. I'm like, oh, now you done it, boy. Now you done it. And then I bring the cable, and then I force it to register my PC. So yeah, that's how I fix sometimes my internet problems. By just, you know, family members are looking like me like a madman, seeing my 25-meter long cable, be like, what are you doing? Oh, I'm fixing my internet. What? But my internet is fine. Yes, mine not. So yeah, axis. But these days it's no longer a thing. Gladly, I fixed it most of the time. So hey, you know. Also, the idea of drawing these little fellas, it always is nice. And once this is all done, I'm very happy. Once I finally go to the coloring, then I can actually make something very cool with it. Because I can give I can go for a parrot look, like yeah, like a parrot, the colorful color scheme, but which I'm not gonna do because I need to go for the moth scheme. And the moth scheme is a little bit more brownish blue, brownish white, if I'm correct. So yeah, I need to go for that kind of color scheme, which I'm gonna use to represent the moth aspect in the feathers, which I think is a quite good idea. Because it's still a moth hybrid, it needs to be, it's a hawk moth hybrid. So I need to figure out like what I want and what I don't want. But with color you can also make a lot of things happening. And then with shading you can even get better at it. So it just takes some time. This is only, the first part of it, because this is only the drawing part. If I then want to continue with, the coloring part, it takes so much more time. Because then I need to realize like what kind of colors do I want? What kind of color scheme do I want? And that takes me a lot more time because I'm not used to it. I am definitely not used to it. I'm more used to black and white. I'm always used to drawing black and white because I am not great with colors. For instance, I cannot paint. I can draw, but I cannot paint. Painting is a thing that I have not learned yet. So I never used any colors with me. So that's why it was very interesting to see that the color scheme in the boat project actually turned well, because I had a natural reference that I could use to get the color scheme right. And that's what I love about, pictures. If you use pictures as a reference, you can use their colors for your own advantage, which it helps a lot of process. It helps a lot. And then most likely, you can go for like, if you have a color like for instance red, you only then have to do is like you pick up a little bit lesser red, and then you can use that to make things more better. But you can then go for darker red and lighter red to create a color lighting scheme. But that's later. That's later. There's always a pretty crazy mixture of coloration you could play with a moth. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, I wanted to just represent moth, but I also want to resemble the hawk. So that's why I wanted to go for more brown aspect. But I also want to have some colors in it that actually represent moth-like. So yeah, I think blue's one, yellow is not one right now. But I'll get there. I'll get there eventually. It just takes some time. Also, like right now, it's like only. Ooh, we're almost there. Nice. We're almost at the finish. No need to hurry, but I'm just saying like, oh, we're almost there, boys. Well done. Congratulations. You did it for today. So yeah, I always like to do every single day one thing at a time, just have this schedule, the planning, like what am I going to do today, what I'm going to fix today. And if the head goal is finished, you can then continue working on the next goal that's going to be going on. But now that you already have fixed a lot of stuff. So that's why I'm so happy about it. Also, it's very cool to see, other people draw things. I'm so happy when I see other people draw, because then I know like what kind of art style they use, what kind of looks what kind of way they draw things, and then you can see how they do things, so that eventually you are coming across a problem and you are able to solve it yourself, because other people did it for you, because you have experience how people did it. That's why I like watching people draw, because it saves a lot of time if you know how to do things. But that would require you to have, I think, photo memory. I think you need that, but hey, that's just me. I have this memory that I always can refresh. If I like something, I always remember every single detail of it, like in details, like, oh, this step, this step, this step, this step, and then I can fix things. So that's why I like it so much. That's also why I could learn so good at school. But I was terrible at anything that was representing physical or writing exercises. I am so terrible at writing. This is like how I write. It's terrible. It's not good. It's like if I want to write my name, Johan. There you go. So yes, it's not the best. It's not the best. I have like this doctor's hands. I have this doctor's handwriting, which people like to have when they want to go visit somebody and say like, what kind of medicine do I need? And then they read it, and they cannot even read the bloody damn thing, and I was like, doctor, what did you prescribe for the person and for the patient? And then the doctor will say like, can you not read, you idiot? And then the apprentice is gonna be like, yes, sure, it's gonna be that, right? Yes. And then eventually it gets all right. But holy hell, sometimes these doctors' handwritings are terrible. But yeah, I'm one of them. I am a terrible handwriter. Long live the PC for it. That's why I like actually digital writing. It gives a lot of problem. It saves a lot of stuff for me, at least. But still, Also, good news. I have spoken to the person that's gonna print out my that I am still working on a both project, if you didn't notice, but it's now in the final form, and I have now spoken to the producer who can produce the picture, so that's so it can make the picture, and I'm very happy to say that it's quite cheap to make, so I can just order it and then ask for a little bit of money, so that I get everything back that I invested in it, and I'm very happy upon it. So I think within 3 weeks I finally finished the whole thing, and then I can then hopefully get a picture of where it stands and how it looks, and I will share with you guys then the end result of it. Well, at least that's what I'm gonna try to do. I hope I am able to do that within 3 weeks, but with all this corona around there, that might be not the case, but eventually I will show it to you guys where it stands and how it looks like. So that's the thing. Yeah. Almost there, come on. You can do it. You can do it, Charlie. You can do it. Just focus on the drawing. Yeah. Yeah. There you go. There you go. Come on. My handwriting is I'm glad I'm typing. Insert Russian doctor handwriting. Hey, space junk. Yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing, I know. Doctor handwriting. Ugh. We're not even an hour in and I'm almost there. Damn, I'm working fast on this one. Well, it was also mostly likely to be almost done, so I'm happy upon it. There you go. And now we're gonna go down. Alright, so now need to go down. Now I need to go down. That means that I don't want to have pointy versions. I need to go down. And now we need to assemble this. So I need to get this all done into one part. So there you go. And my only peers praise me all the time with my handwriting. Now I'm here barely able to read any of it. Nice. Alright, so we done that. Let's save this madness. So yeah, I already moved the heads towards the right position, or well, almost to the right position. If you can see, it's not the fully right position on the body, but hey, you know, I think I need to move it a little bit up so that you know the feathers are in the right position. But yeah, you know, it'll gets there. It gets there. So we're almost that one done, and then we can go there. Yes, good, 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 good. So, going back to the wing. Going back to the wing. And let's see. So, now we need to fix this part. So, this is going to be the ugly part because we now need to go for here and here. So, I think I want to go for a straight line here instead of this knock. This clink, or whatever it's called. It looks like a broken wing, which we don't want. We don't want to have a broken wing for our bird, our great and mighty bird, our emo, or whatever it's called. I'm gonna call it a Hawk Moth. Yeah, perfect name for a hybrid between a moth and a hawk moth. Don't you think? That's so fucking original. Yeah. Well, technically it is actually quite original to go for a hybrid between a moth and a hawk, and you call it a Hawk Moth. Because of the, how do you say, you know what it is. It's a hawk moth. It's a hybrid between a moth and a hawk. It's same as you go for a bullfrog. It's a combined creature between a bull and a frog. You know, it has horns. It can charge at you. It can trample you, but can also eat you with its tongue. Ta-da. So yeah. The same goes for the name like Pop Frog. So, what do you mean by the word Pop Frog? Well, I mean explosive frogs, which explode on high temperature or when touched. Pop frogs. So yeah, all that stuff can be actually quite cool, created if you know you have the mind for it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. And I'm gonna make this thing cool looking. So yeah, let's see. There you go. So yeah, We're getting there. We just need some more time. That's all we need. I have my blanket with me, you know, my snuggy blanket, which I'm gonna use to wipe down this beautiful tablet with, so you know everything is cleaned up. So yeah, eventually when this is all done, you know, I'm very happy. It just takes a lot of time and a lot of effort to get this thing done. The feathers are the most time-consuming thing ever because of feathers. If I would have gone for skills, it would have been less of a problem, but still it is a problem because of skills. Same goes for chainmail, because chainmail is all this. Yeah, you cannot see that, but all these tiny little rings I'm drawing. But then you need to do it in the right way, so probably gonna be like more like this. So like this, and then you know you have, let's see, you have like this. This is the vest, and you have chain. So these things are too big, but you know, you get the point. So then you have like the glove, which now it represents like this. Oh wait. So you have the glove, and then you know the glove is also chain, and it has like you know metal parts on it like this, and you know like that, like that, like that. So yeah, you can make a pretty decent arm if you want, but you know it takes a lot of time before you have the details on it, because you know you want to actually go for details on it. Well, I want to. Doesn't mean that you need to, but I always love to have details on my creatures, on my drawings, whatever it's gonna be. So either it's gonna be runes, or like you know you can go for dwarven armor which has runes on it, or you can make holy text on it and then you know put that on it, or you can make engravings on your armor, you can make engravings on a weapon, you can make engravings on a metal plate. Yeah, sure, why not? And details are important to see what kind of representation it gives and how cool it looks. Like you can go for holy words on a demonic creature and then, you know, let it be stabbed by a dagger or let it be stabbed by a spear. And then you see the creature slowly just being destroyed by the holy words it's getting hit by. You know, all that lovely stuff. And then you can draw guts and blood and glory if you want, whatever. It all depends on what you want. Just the texture is important because you know it represents the feeling of what it feels like. Like you know, do you want to have soft skin? Do you want to have uh, do you want to have feathers? I don't know. That's my opinion upon it, at least. Yeah, it's less time consuming than, you know, making chainmail. Yeah, I can agree upon that. I can agree upon that, you know, drawing is less time consuming than making it. Holy hell. Those people deserve a Nobel Prize because holy hell, that's just stupid. Because you need to have them interlocked, and interlocked takes a lot of time because you need to do every single one manually. If you want to have a good chainmail, of course. So, but it's really cool to look at chainmail, especially if you combine it with a vest or with some plate. You know, chainmail underneath, plate on top, engrave the plating. Oh, that stuff is the boss. back in my old days when I draw knights. The only time I have drawn knights is actually one time, and it actually turned out really cool. So I'm happy upon it. The most likely I don't draw knights. I draw more like hybrids. Just hybrid men with lizard tails and just humanoid lizard men, and then with heavy armor and all that stuff. Because I'm not good with humans. Humans, no, not humans. I'm scared. So yes. Let's see. Because I'm terrible at face impressions with it. Come on. There you go. So, yeah, and now save again. Oh, it's almost 50 minutes in. Nice. And let's take a look at it anyway. Honestly, surprisingly relaxing if you make it rapid in motion anyway. Yeah, that's why I love also to draw. It relaxes me a lot. Because, it's always the same motion that I do with these feathers, and that relaxes me some. It makes me very relaxed. Oh. So yeah, let's take a look. Probably we're gonna make this a little bit more thicker. Yeah, I'm gonna probably make this a little bit more thicker, but for the rest, it looks fine. The line is good. No bumpy rides there. Good. Maybe that part is a little bit, but so far so good. So yeah. Well, it can happen. I like repetitive work, but I don't like it like it. I like it more like it relaxes me when I do it. So it relaxes me when I try to draw like skin or feathers because I enjoy the look of it. So that's why, not because I like to draw it. I wish I don't have to draw it, but my mind is like, no, you need to draw it. How dare you don't draw it? That kind of stuff. But let's see. So it's 50 minutes in, and I already lost my focus, so that's good. So I think I'm gonna call it a day today because that's how it goes. I have been doing it for 50 minutes now, and because I can see it on my timer, that's very handy dandy. So yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody, and I hope I'll see you all next time. And until then, I wish you all a very good day, and bye.